Are you undergoing a transformation, or are you just changing? Is there a difference? If you're on your spiritual awakening journey, I think there is. Welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And today let's talk about what's transformation, right? On our spiritual journey, we're always saying, wow, how's your life going to transform? Or what are you doing to transform your life? And whereas most people say, well, it's just changing, right? Just changing habits, just changing thoughts, just changing jobs, right? So what's the difference between change and transformation, right? They're both, from my perspective, the same thing. You can't have transformation without change, right? And if you don't transform, then you didn't do anything to change yourself, right? And that's where the fine line is between transformation and change. In order for you to change, right, you have to change the way you look at things, change certain patterns in your life, change the way you think. Not easy. But once you do those things and intend to do them and take action towards them, there comes a transformation. See, transformation is action. The action of change, and it's the result of making a change. And one of the things that we do so much on a spiritual awakening journey is we try to do too much at one time, right? We're trying so hard to make all these changes. We're making a lot of changes, but we don't really know what the transformation's going to be. Right? There's no end goal there. Sometimes we do it blindly. Sometimes we're spirit led, right? But sometimes we just go, I don't feel any change. I don't feel I made any transformation, right? And I've done the work. That means you have transformed, right? When your ego isn't saying, look what I did. Wow. Look at all the changes I made and look what I transformed into. That's ego. So when you're in a position where you're saying, I don't feel like anything's changed, or I don't see that anything's changed or anything's different, that's when you should really know that you have transformed. Right? When you get so caught up in seeing the transformation, seeing the end results, and especially if it's not the way you want it to be, then you haven't changed at all. You have to shift the mindset and know that whatever changes you're making are going to transform your life in some way, shape, or form. And everything is different, right? So you may make a change in this and make a change in that, and all of a sudden you transform in this area. Or a combination of things will help you come to a transformation. But you have to plan these things sometimes, and you have to set goals for yourself. But really, setting goals, and not hard and fast goals where you can't alter them on the way, or the end result has to be this, otherwise you don't feel like you've transformed in any way. Those things will get you stuck. Having those, you have to have goals, 100%. I'm not saying don't have goals. But you have to make them first achievable, right? Don't make them so far out of reach that you're going to lose motivation to get there, right? Or so unattainable that nothing you can do is going to get you there, and it's going to take you years, right? You can have those long-term goals, but you have to have short-term goals that'll get you in position to reach those long-term goals. And this video isn't about goal setting, but in order for you to transform your life, you have to see where your life should be, right? The transformation comes from your thoughts, it comes from your ideas, it comes from your desires, right? So you have to start with what you want to transform into. You have to be that caterpillar that wants to become a butterfly, right? And that caterpillar knows when it's got to go in and do its thing, right? To go into this larva stage and its cocoon with no expectation of what it's going to look like or what its transformation is going to look like. However, who knows, that caterpillar's like, I want, blue spots and red and yellow, right? We don't know, but let's imagine that is the way it happens, right? The caterpillar has a plan, has a goal, it has a vision. I want these colors, right? I want these lines. No matter how they come up, right? The end result will be my transformation, and I know I'm going to transform into a butterfly. So already know what you're going to transform into it and start being it. That caterpillar's not going in there worrying about what it's going to look like, if it's going to be missing an antenna, if it's going to be all black or all white. No, it's going in there knowing the end result. It's going to be a transformation into a butterfly. So that's where change and transformation are different. The transformation is what you want to become. Change is the changes you have to make in order to get yourself there, right? The map. Every change that you make, every shift that you make in your thought process, and what you're eating, and who you're hanging out with, your relationships, and in your work, right? All of those habits that you start breaking, and those limiting thoughts, right? Catching yourself and becoming more mindful and aware, and you do these through all the practices of Qigong and yoga and meditation, and all of those things in combination help you change so you can shift and transform. But it doesn't come without a desire to change. And that's why transformation and change are the same thing. You want to transform, you have to change. You have to change patterns, you have to change ideas, you have to shift your mindset. You have to go deep. As we always say, you have to do some work. So this is just a short video so that you can get the clarity on change versus transformation. And what people like myself are, spiritual transformation coaches, I can help you get to your transformation. First, we got to figure out what you want to transform into and identify the changes that you need to make get to that transformation, right? That's a lot of work. It's a lot of shifting. It's a lot of going deep. It's a lot of taking deep breaths, right? And knowing that the end result is going to be there, and helping you hold yourself accountable to that transformation. That's what I can do to help you as a spiritual transformation coach, right? I'm going to get you to transform. What changes are you willing to make? You have to be willing to make those. You have to put in the work and the time. I can help guide you and help give you the resources and tools to show you how to use those tools properly in order for you to get to the transformation you want. My goal is for you as a spiritual transformation coaches, if we get, let's say, a 2 or 3 month package deal saying, okay, we're going to work on these things over the next 3 months. My goal is to not want you to re-sign up with me, right? Because then I didn't get you the result that you were looking for. My goal is to transform you in those 3 months or sooner. And if you say, hey, you know what, I'm going to bow out a week early or 2 weeks from your program. Thank you, I've transformed in the way that I want to. Would it make me happier? I couldn't be happier if you did that. Because you've done it. You made the changes to get to your results. I was there. I was a support system. I was an accountability coach. I was a shoulder to cry on, or somebody to hold space and listen to you. That's what spiritual transformation coach does, right? Helps you make the changes and help you keep yourself on track to your end result, to your transformation. So, If you're looking to make a transformation in your life and you don't know what changes you have to make, I can help you identify those so that you can start making those plans and goals to get to that cocoon, right? So that you can come out as a beautiful butterfly, transformed. It'd be my honor to help you. Here's the link to my website. Check it out. And if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'm truly grateful. Change leads to your transformation. They're one and the same, right? There's that cycle that you want to be on, right? Making the changes that lead to transformation, right? And then once you're transformed there, what other changes do you have to make another transformation? It can go on, just like life, but in the way you intend for it to, and having the life that you want, right? It's time for you to create the life that lights you up. Make the changes to get your transformation, and that'll happen for you. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. Have an amazing day.